No, no, that shouldn't be expected of you, though. Like, not in that sense.
Like, I mean, like, I understand, like, chores, cleaning, that kind of stuff.
Am I upside down?
That's completely different, though. Like,
yeah.
Actual work for free is ridiculous.
No, I completely. What I do with the other, I put it in the thing. I completely agree with that. We're live. I'm just getting everything situated. Thank you guys for being patient with me. Mucho gracias. Where are we at?
Muchos gracias.
Mucho gracias. That's what they say in Mexico. Where are we at, bro?
We're in Canada.
Oh, Canada.
We've moved our operation.
Nate, how did you get to the live stream yesterday? You showed me too. Subscriptions. We can go to our channel. So this isn't our. I just want to view it. Oh, there we go. You're awesome, Nate.
Yes, I tried.
You're the best. Despite what Mark says about you, I like you.
Thank you, Mark.
All right. So I'm in. This is upside down, though. That is upside down, but it's still working. All right. We're good. We're good. Give me a thumbs up, everybody. Hello. Hello.
Man, just started the live stream. It's already fishing for likes. Yeah, already.
Yeah, shameless. Hello.
You're greedy second.
I'm greedy. All right. Fishing for likes. That's all. It's all that matters, Mark. It's not the money. It's the likes. It is Friday. We had TGI Friday. We did the auction last night. We didn't get to 20. But guys got some good deals. I'll be honest with you. Bryan probably would be angry at the deals I gave out last night. But like I said during the auction, Mac's here to do business with you. All right. I'm not staying late just for a $35, like $35 auctions. Right? Like it's either go big or go home. So keep that in mind, right, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try and promote them more. I think we're gonna continue with the auctions over the summer. I think actually now is the time to do them. I don't think we should do them during the winter time because sales are slow now, and this generates revenue or whatnot. So hey, Anthony Bateman. So that is that. But thank God it's Friday. I know Anthony Bateman, in the last two auctions, Anthony Bateman has gotten some great deals. Let's see. Got good deals. James Butler got good deals. Scott P. got some good deals. He got some really good deals. Rob Rodriguez got that G.I. Joe for $100. No, dude, what was crazy is everybody was like, put the G.I. Joe. And so then I wasn't going to auction it off. And then people said, where's the G.I. Joe? Nobody bid on it. He got it for $25 off what we sell it for retail, right? And even more off the eBay. Like, Bryan's selling it cheaper than what eBay has it for. Like, I did the research for you guys, and nobody bid on it. Nobody bid on it. Everybody asked for it, nobody bid on it.
Unbelievable.
I'm disappointed.
It's because,
I'm disappointed.
What was the starting bid?
Starting bid, I think it was 75.
That might be why they were trying to get a steal. They were trying to rob
That
you.
is 75 is a steal.
I know, but they were trying to rob you even more.
Right. Yeah, no.
They're smart little boogers. I'll tell you that. Smart little boogers.
No, they're just like, they don't know what they want when
they're like, put it up. Come on,
right?
Let that starting bid be $20.
Because like I can't lose money, right? With the like, and sometimes the starting bid is cost. Sometimes it's a little bit more. Sometimes it's in between, depending on supply and demand. Right. Morning, everybody. But I think in order to get auctions more effective. It's not that I'm trying to like gouge you guys. It's just that like from my end, I didn't see the competition I wanted to see. I didn't see guys kind of going for stuff the way I thought people would for these deals. Because I'm like really giving out good deals, and I feel like they're so good, people should be fighting over them. You're still going to get a deal. So like most Whatnot auctions, retailers still sell stuff at a discounted price. Like pretty much all auctions on Whatnot, you're still not making like the margin, the 50% margin, but you are liquidating stuff way faster. So instead of doing like a big sale every week, right? You can't do a big sale every week. You have a sale like Memorial Day sale. You have all the holidays. You have, the Protinker one, the exclusive ones were like they're the Bryan fun ones, and then you have auctions, right? So if you did a sale every weekend, it would dilute the sale. People would just wait till the weekend to buy everything, which is kind of where things are at now. Or you can do auctions, right? And auctions can be more controlled, more concise. You just have to promote them, and that's what I think we have to do. And here are more. Right. Don't make offenses against Bryan. Yeah, thank you, Anthony Bateman. Always with kind words. Except for last night, apparently I used the profanity. I didn't mean to do that. It just slips out. I sometimes swear like a sailor.
That's 10 lashings.
With a wet noodle. But I'm glad for you guys to get those deals. Like, it's not like I'm angry. Like, Bryan always complains when somebody gets a deal. Like, I'm happy people won, and I'm happy people participated.
That's a good sport, man.
Right. It's not like I'm like, I'm just like, hey, like, I stick to my word. If I at least try to. I didn't get all I would like to try and do a bundle of one of the products that we have, one of the categories we have every week. Maybe not. Maybe the bundle, there'd be like a bundle, because I don't think I can do multiple bundles in one auction.
It's got a 40 of fucking Dayquil over How there. Much did the down that shit? How much did the accordion sell for?
I didn't auction it off because I didn't get to. Danny wanted me to do Innovation Hobbies. He didn't want me spending any time on the auction that I did. Yeah. No, I told people it might randomly show up in their auction box.
What?
Because there are a lot of big items, which you guys are going to help me ship. But we might throw it into the one. Anthony Bateman might end up getting an accordion. That's for damn sure. Maybe cool, Luke. You do a good job, Mac, with the auction, even though you don't scream or yell.
You should sign it. It's like a limited edition.
Limited edition.
The Mac Henry accordion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nobody, like, there are times when I leave race night where I'm just like, my God, that went on forever, and he just dragged it out, and it becomes more exhausting. From his antics. But like that happens when you do too many live streams and you get slap happy. He can't. He gets just tired of it. And he takes it on the viewers. All right, so I've gone over a lot of stuff this week. I gotta look at this one. I've gone over a lot of stuff this week, and I set out to do tanks today. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do tanks. I only got 39% battery life. Good morning, Rob Rodriguez. I only got 39% battery life. It's only 10:09.
Decided to take the iPad.
Yeah, somebody took the iPad and didn't put it back. Is it Mark? Can you look this up? Does the camera literally add 20 pounds? Look that up on the computer real quick. Because, like, I swear to God, I look at myself in the YouTube thing, and I'm like, gee, like, I've been cycling every day.
It does flatten a 3D subject into a 2D image. This illusion is widely discussed as platforms like... It's an optical illusion.
It's an optical illusion. All right, so it's...
So I'm actually 140 pounds.
I'm not nowhere near 140 pounds. No, dude, I just look like it's flattening me out. Like, I don't know. I feel like when I look in the mirror, I look different. And then when I look at this, I look like 20 pounds heavier. Right? Like in the mirror, you kind of look at yourself and be like, I look good. I look good today. Right? I'm looking all right. Right? And then I look at myself in this camera and I'm like, oh my God, I've done nothing. You know, I haven't worked out at all. It's like, good morning. How are you guys doing? Hey, Matt, can you go over the SS rockets? I want to see the models you guys have, please. Yeah. Hey, did Mark read that? Mark did read that.
Read what?
I don't. You read the thing. There's Mark.
What did I read?
The.
Oh yeah.
Read that again, Mark. You gotta pull it up. Why'd you exit out of it? I gotta show like Mark.
It's an optical illusion.
It's an optical illusion. Well, how much does it? Dude, bro, we're in the middle of something here. You can't exit out of it, guys. Yeah. All right. No, you're okay. It says spotlight, man. Angle and lighting, shooting from below or using flattened light. Loss of depth. Human eyes use binocular vision, 2 eyes, to see around an object. A single camera lens uses a flattened view, which can make a face or body look appear wider. Huh. Sorted images. How to fix this?
Anorexia.
Yeah, right. I'd rather get another camera lens and stop eating. Step back and zoom in, standing 5 to 10 feet away from the lens. Avoid edges. Keep your face and body centered in the frame. Use portrait. Create negative space. Keep all gaps between your arms. Lift your weight. Place all your weight on your back legs. All right, let's see this. All right, Mark, what it says, oh shoot, you got to stand farther away from the camera, right, and put your weight on your back feet.
Oh, and pivot your hips and torso 45 degrees away from the lens rather than facing it flat.
So like this?
Like this. Gotta get a cross angle. Can't have it.
Oh, wait a minute. So I gotta be like this?
Yeah.
This is how I'm supposed to stand.
And then extend the jaw too. You gotta push your forehead slightly forward and down towards the lens to sharpen jawline.
Okay. There you go. Because I swear to God, what is Bryan's son's name?
My name is Alejandro.
His name is Marcus Youngest, right there. Marcus Youngest. I call him that because that was his Facebook profile forever. Marcus Youngest. He'll never not be Marcus Youngest to me. I think it's funny though. I think it's like cool that you did that. It's like very Romanesque.
Marcus Youngest.
Yeah, from House Marcus Youngest.
Do not get it wrong.
Yeah, don't get it wrong. I want to see. Pardon me. There we go. Okay, it was upside down. All right. Good morning, Jim. Hey, Tony and Scott. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Everybody won big.
Except why I changed it to Marcus Youngest?
Why? I don't really care. I mean, it's cool either way, but was it like... Oh, okay, so this is this is the reason Mark changed his name to Marcus Youngest, was because of Life of Bryan.
The ad
We
room.
know you appreciate precision. That's why USAA gets the details right.
Yeah. Here, full screen. Full screen.
The little rascal has spirit. Has what, sir? Spirit? Yes, he did, sir. Spirit, sir. Oh, father, a touch of very new. Oh, about 11, sir. Sir, you dare to aid us? To what, sir? Strike him, Centurion, very awfully. Oh, and, throw him to the floor, sir. What? Throw him to the floor again, sir? Oh, yes, throw him to the floor, please. Now, Jewish rapscallion. I'm not Jewish, I'm a Roman. A Roman? No, Roman. No! Your father was a Roman. Who was he? He was a centurion in the Jerusalem garrison. Really? What was his name? Notius Maximus.
Notius Maximus. Richard! What's going on, man? Richard? You can keep that going.
Alright.
Take over the live stream. What's this? Look out below. Our boy Rig died.
You sound very sure. Have you checked?
You wrote this?
I need to joke, sir. Like, Silly Sonnets or Biggest.
Where are you in this?
Funny about Biggest Stickers.
Are you in any of these pictures?
What's your name, sir? I have a very great friend in Rome called Biggest Stickers. Silence! What is all this insolence? You will find yourself in gladiator school very quickly.
That's a great photo.
With rotten behavior like that. Can I go now, sir? Wait, your Biggest Stickers here,
I'm just right.
Wait! Take him away! Oh, sorry. No, I want these fucking rabid wild animals within a week. Yes, sir.
Look at that.
Told you.
This is really cool. Richard
I will not have my friends ridiculed by the common soldiery.
I knew it. Look at that.
Anybody else feel like a little giggle when I mention my friend? Dickus. What about you?
And
Do you find it reasonable? When I say the name.
Let's here, hold on. Let me go to the live stream.
Dickus.
We're watching this. Check this out.
Dickus.
Do you need a chair?
Yeah, I need a chair.
Yeah, you can sit in that chair.
Is Ryan here?
Ryan's at the mattress store. Bryan is on vacation, and Danny is, I think, at the warehouse.
The other wife,
Doing Danny things.
He's doing Danny things.
You know what she's called?
Yeah.
She's called Incontinentia.
Does that mean you can't you pee yourself?
Incontinentia. What's it called?
Take these men away. Take these men away.
That was Bryan?
Yeah, so that is why Marcus is. So he had his Facebook profile as a kid as Marcus Youngest, and we were watching that scene because that's why he changed his name to Marcus Youngest on his Facebook. Pretty soon, I think like Facebook or something is going to be like a mandatory thing, and like it's going to be your
Really?
online. Yeah, there's going to be you're going to have to a government email or something. But
That's crazy.
while we were watching that, Richard came in today, and he showed me this. Look at this right here. This is Rig for Drive. He wrote this.
Rig for dive.
Rig for Dive. This is kind of a summary of your time in the service.
Yes. This first page here, we almost lost the boat.
You almost lost the boat. Okay. I'll read it. Lookouts below was the command given by the officer of the deck, Lieutenant Pruitt, followed shortly by his descent through a conning tower hatch, which had pulled shut with the lightweight chain attached to it and secured by turns on the hand wheel. So, that sort of motion.
Crank.
Crank. It was a crank, okay.
Had Barney knob on it.
Barney knob. We were underway just outside of Pearl Harbor. We were taking part in a snorkeling comparison test between the USS, is it? What? Pomadon and the USS Greenfish. See Mike Lynch account on page 18 and 19. This would have been a green board dive, which means that all indicator lights on the dive board were green, indicating all hatches and vents were in their positions rigged for dive. The engines were already secured, hull, air, induction flappers, and valves were already shut, and we were running on the batteries. And then this is your lieutenant speaking right there.
Yeah, ask Danny about
Open bow buoyancy vents and all main blast vents. Rig out bow planes and set for full dive. The stern's plainsman controlled the dive angle on the boat. The dive officer keeps his eye on the plainsman, helm and trim, and reports to the con. Air is blended to the boat to check for watertight integrity. Pressure the boat at 45 feet keel depth. Shut all vents 2/3 ahead at 15 feet from desired depth. In the case of snorkel depth of 62 keel depth, the following command is given at the same time as 45 feet. Below negative, shut floor valve and vent tank. Level off 61 feet, slow to 1/3 ahead. Cycle vents. The diving officer reports after the boat has been trimmed. Con, trim is satisfactory. Only on this dive, it was not. This was in late September 1962. I gotta look at that camera. This was late September 1962. How old were you in 1962?
20.
You were 20. He was 20 years old in 1962. Maybe someone who was on board at the time can help with that date. There were several hypotheses about what happened. Miscalculation of the amount of forward trim water, unaccounted for weight forward. I cannot say what it was. I was in the crew mess at the time and thought it was a practice crash dive, like many of the 1950 TV series Silent Service. CM2 SS Fox was pissed because the galley hardware, along with the noon meal, went forward, crashing into the galley deck. Dishes and other tableware were tumbled all over the deck with real chatter. So everything moved. I mean, so everything just went forward.
The boat was at an angle like this.
Okay.
Down.
Go.
More than past 60 degrees.
So the boat went up like this, and everyone went down.
Right.
No kidding. Okay, we were at a steep angle, the steepest I could remember. Wow, I thought, this is a real thing. Something to write about for sure. Still a naive kid, I was not savvy enough to be scared. I've been there before where the situation is more dangerous, but you're kind of like, you don't know any better. Yeah, I've been there. I didn't learn until 52 years later at our reunion in Branson, Missouri, that this dive was not routine, and further, that we were in serious trouble. Ken Goose, Gandy, and Mike Lynch each mentioned that we leveled off at 400 feet, 340 feet below snorkel depth. So can you explain that real quick?
Snorkel depth is you got a tube, big tube, huge tube, goes up, and it's got a device around it that keeps seawater from coming in. It has to be at 60 keel depth at 62 feet.
Mm-hmm.
It can go up a foot or down a few inches, but it has to be pretty much right on. And it sucks air from the top, and it bleeds off exhaust fumes from the engines.
Okay. And this is in a submarine, guys. Fox and two of us mess cooks got the galley and mess deck cleaned up. And I faintly recall having cold cuts for lunch. So all the food was bad, and all you had was cold cuts because it got on the floor. The following account being with Oath at Enlistment is the thumbnail sketch of what life is like in the U.S. Navy, and the U.S. Silent Service was like half a century ago. From Richard Checkler, Wayne, Ohio. And then in that reunion, is this that reunion that you were talking about?
No, that's my life aboard a submarine. This is from the reunion.
All right, so this is where he found out in how much danger. This is a picture from when he went to his reunion. And which guy was Goose?
Goose is the tall guy right here. That's Goose.
And then
that's Tom. That's
there was Goose and Mike Lynch.
Mike Lynch is not in this picture.
Okay.
I have a picture of him, but not in this one here. This is.
We'll remember later. All right, so there's Goose. There is Goose.
They call him Goose. His last name was Gandy.
Goose Gandy, right there. This guy right here. There's Goose Gandy. Can you guys guess which one is Richard in this photo? Let's see if you guys can guess. Richard is in this photo. Got to show it like this. Which one do you think Richard is? We'll do this is Goose. So this is 1 Goose, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 Goose, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one do you think he is? So you'd be this one.
This is Cocoa Puff, Goose, me.
Yeah.
He lives in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Tom. This guy, I forgot his name.
Okay, so this is Cocoa Puff. That's funny. You guys had some funny names.
He come up with that himself.
Did he? Number 5. He said you're 5. He thinks you know what? I thought that too. We got two people saying you were 5. He was actually number 2. There he is right there. Number 2. Right next to Goose. That's funny. So he was Goose before Goose in
Go to page 3.
Go to page 3. Yeah, and then this is a picture of young Richard right there. And he's this guy. I almost pointed to the black guy. He's that one right there. He was number 2. He was number 2. Swim call. Northern Patrol. All right, what is this Russian one? Mr. Samson. Quiet time. Okay, and did the Russians mind? So is this one story, and these are like paragraphs in it, or?
Yeah, they're events.
All right, so we're gonna read from "Did the Russians Mine?" in Richard's service. And did the Russians mine? Negative. The Soviets caught us near the perimeter of their territory waters. We were already short of air. Breathable air lasts 3 days when submerged, because he's in a submarine, and headed out into international waters to run on snorkel head and replenish the batteries. Commander, is that right, Commander? Commander Howard was one of the most ballsiest COs I ever knew in the Navy. He took us down to 600 feet where we found a thermal layer. So can you explain the depth of 600 feet?
Well, first of all, our test depth was 412 feet. That was the maximum allowable that we were allowed to go.
So test depth was 400, and he went 200 more than your test. He was falsy. So I would have been like, bro, what are you doing?
He knew that was going to hold together.
Sonar bounced off a layer of... sonar bounces off a layer of hides what is below. Picture a mirage seen along a highway.
That's what a thermal layer looks like to sonar.
Yeah.
When you're looking down a highway, you're driving out in Arizona or someplace like that, you see there's heat rising from the road on a sunny day.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at it, it looks like a mirror.
Yeah.
Or it looks like there's a pond of water there, but there isn't. There's no water.
Mm-hmm.
The thermal layer is like that. Sonar will bounce off that layer, and it will not reveal what's beneath it.
So he went to 600 to get a thermal layer on the
We had to find one first.
Oh.
So he has sonar to let him know if there was a thermal layer, and sonar replied, "That's affirmative."
So he just went to where he couldn't see.
The Russians couldn't see him.
The Russians couldn't see him. Okay. So we found a thermal layer. Sonar bounces off of a layer and hides what is below. Picture a mirage seen along a highway. That is how sonar sees temperature differences underwater. During this time, we rigged for ultra quiet. This means not talking. Communication is done by whisper or writing messages.
Take your shoes off.
Take your shoes off. All shoes were to be removed. All hands not on watch or to turn into remain quiet. All machinery is shut down. The main motor comes to all stop. Unnecessary lighting is secured. Several senior enlisted men quietly removed several mattresses from the lower bunks in the after battery cruise quarter. Lay out for sack sheets over the springs and carefully spread lithium oxide powder over them to absorb CO2 and release oxygen. This buys us another day of breathable air. So like that's some like sailor tricks right there, some submariner tricks right there. They used lithium hydroxide power. So wait a minute. They took out the mattresses, right, from the lower bunks.
Right, and then took the fart sack. Fart sack is just a mattress cover. And they take that off the mattress, lay it on the springs, and they put the lithium dioxide powder on the, or hydroxide powder on top of the mattress cover. Of course, after it sucks all the carbon out of the CO2 in the air and makes it breathable air again.
So for like an extra day. That is impressive chemistry. I was laying in an upper rearmost bunk in the after battery when I heard a high pressure leak in the forward engine room. Whoever was on watch quickly and silently secured it. At this point, I reached up with my right hand and touched the curvature of a cylinder inner hull and thought about the 600 feet above, or the 600 feet of water above my head and the enormous pressure on the hull. I recall feeling of detachment, but no uneasiness. See note below. So the note below says, Master Chief Robert Lee Richards reminded me at this point we did not yet head for the port in Japan. Rather, we returned to station for an additional 26 submerged, bringing our total station time to 56 days. That's a cool. That was, so you were, what were you doing? So you had to hide from, you went to their territorial waters.
Right.
And were you like just trying to evade them, or were you in reconnaissance? What were you doing?
We were spying on them.
They were spying. And what information were you trying to?
That I don't know.
So you weren't a part of that. You were just trying to keep.
No, my job was to operate the engines.
Your job was to operate the engines. And so that story, this story, rigged for dive. You were in the sub when it went to that angle, right?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Captain, these guys told me, guys who were in the control room, said that Captain Howard came out and stood on the bulkhead, the forward bulkhead, and asked if everything was under control. And Lieutenant Pruitt replied that he was recovering from a steep dive, and that was fine. And Captain said aye, and went back into his quarters.
That's all that happened.
That's all that happened.
What caused it? Did we talk about that? I'm sorry, I was reading.
No, a miscalculation was made. Pruitt checked the numbers on a slide rule. We didn't have computers back in those days.
Right.
And he checked the numbers, and he said load the forward trim tank with so many pounds of water, and he did. And of course, it was done. And when that happened, when we pulled the plug,
Mm-hmm.
it went down. We had 10 times the amount of water
That you should have.
that it should have had.
And so that's why the thing went up. So they had to release the water then, right?
Oh yeah, they had to blow it out.
Okay, so what causes
Or pump it out
they miscalculated how much water they needed to submerge
by 1 digit.
by 1 digit.
In other words, he had his digit dot. One
The
number
decimal.
over, the decimal point.
Over. Wow. Well, good thing nobody was hurt. And then I'll read one more.
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Swim call. So I want to read this one because this picture looks pretty cool. You're not in this one, right?
No, I took the picture.
He took the picture of swim call, right? So these are some.
Color City, so the guys can see it.
Yeah. This. Aye, Captain. Boulder City. There's that right there. Okay. Swim call. Next, we headed for Japan. So is this after that Russia?
No, this is before.
This is before the Russia incident. And where were you in the world? Were you in like Russia, like near Kamchatka and
Vladivostok?
You're in. Okay, so Vladivostok is the biggest Russian port city on the eastern side. I think it means eastern city in Russian. It was after it caused a lot of friction in the Russo-Japanese War, but it is the biggest city, Russian city on the eastern coast. Okay, so that's where they were during the Russian incident. But this is called swim call. Next, we headed for Japan. En route, Captain Howard ordered all stop in mid-Pacific and announced swim call. We had enough fresh water aboard for a clean rinse afterwards. Once we stopped for firearms training and qualification, which consisted of tossing a 5-gallon milk can overboard, coming about and letting crew members shoot at it. The milk can is probably still floating somewhere. Oh, how the greenies would howl if they knew. That's funny. Then was it Pombadon? Pombadon was a close to a real home as it could be. I attribute much of this sense of belonging to Commander Howard and my crewmates. Though I did not spend much time rubbing elbows with the enlisted men, we were all aware that he was looking after us. He was in every way since our old man. We put into Yokosuka, a combined Japanese-American naval base. We operated from that port for the next 6 months. During that time, we visited Sasebo and Hakodate, Japan, China, Korea, Hong Kong, BCC.
British Crown Colony of Hong Kong.
British Crown Colony, Keelung, and Taipei, Taiwan, and Olangapo, right? So let's talk about your time in Japan.
So
what was it like? You were there for 6 months.
It started.
Japan was cool.
Why was it cool?
Oh, I could buy cameras.
And this is in the 60s, right? So this is...
I bought a Nikon F camera. At that time, it was the top of the line camera that you could buy anywhere.
Yeah. Was it kind of still war torn or bombed out from the war, or was it completely just rebuilt at that point? So it was completely rebuilt in 1962, right?
Yeah.
So, and then he was buying cameras. He was buying Japanese cameras. There you go. Well, hey, thank you for showing me that. I hope you enjoyed me reading your stuff.
I did.
I tried to put emphasis. I don't read like, and then he went to store, C spot run. I got to be like, if I'm going to read something, I'm going to read it as the epic it is. That is a great story. What made you want to join the Navy as a young man?
I watched.
We sold another Tommy gun?
Two series.
2 series.
One was about the surface Navy, and the other was about silent service.
Silent service. Okay.
This is in the 1950s.
Okay.
somebody had taken film clips and put them together and then narrated them.
And these were probably from World War II stuff and whatnot. Yeah, that's cool. Let me see this real quick. NTA Online. Go away. They don't even know our business hours. That's pretty cool. So you watched the Silent Service film, and then what was the other one?
Well, Service Navy.
Service Navy, and that made you want to join. That made him want to join the Navy, guys.
Yeah, I want to join the Navy.
All right. So Anthony Bateman here. Let me read some of the comments. That's awesome that Mac is narrating their veteran stories. God bless America. He said, "I would be so nervous. I'd have to take a dump. Imagine having to take a dump and you got to be quiet when pressure. So in silent time,
you need a degree in engineering to take a dump.
You need a degree. You need a degree. It's silent. What is it called? Silent
service.
Silent service when you were being quiet for the Russians.
Yeah. Well, they call it the silent service because when we got back into port, nobody talked about what they did.
Okay.
All of the crew was silent.
So you need a degree in engineering to take a dump, he said. So you couldn't fart loud or
no. Well, we were submerged, and you're gonna take your waste product, and you're gonna blow it out. In order to blow it out, you have to overcome the pressure on the hull.
And you can't do that down there, right?
No, otherwise, if you just open the flapper valve, it's gonna come up and get you.
Yeah.
It'll lift you off the seat.
So you can't go to the bathroom. You can't go to the bathroom then in silent service.
Well, they had to have a facility to use the can, and you had a mechanism there that you needed to be qualified to operate it.
Oh, no kidding! So you weren't kidding about having an engineering degree. I thought that was a joke. But you're saying that in order to take a crap during silent service, you literally needed an engineering degree to operate the facility. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were being funny, but no, that's actually the reality of it is more interesting.
It was a joke.
Oh, it was a joke?
Yeah, but it was also real.
It was also real though. So both are true at the same time.
Yes.
So, how long were you in silent mode for while you were spying on the Russians?
2 months.
So you were in silent mode for 2 months?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty intense. Now, how did you just stay in one spot, or no? You can't because you only had how many days of fresh air?
3 days.
So you would have to. Did they know you were there? Or
apparently they did because they sent a Corvette or a destroyer out to look for us.
But if they had found you, they would have sunk you, right?
Probably.
But they never.
That depends on the captain of the Russian ship.
Okay.
How he wants to treat us.
But he probably they never sank a sub like that during peacetime, right? Do you know of or
2?
They sunk 2 subs?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Scorpion.
Really?
USS Scorpion, and there was another one.
What year was this?
I couldn't tell you.
So they just went out and sunk 2 subs, you're in our waters, die.
Oh no, they caught us in the mid-Atlantic, off the Azores.
Okay, so that's near Europe, right?
Yeah.
And
North Africa.
Why did they just sink them? That's not even Russian territory or water.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why or how.
Okay, I didn't know. Yeah, I was like, yeah, they wouldn't just attack. But according to you, they would. They would just be like, you're in our waters, hasta la vista.
We were not in their waters.
You were not in their waters.
Not at that time.
Okay, but during silent.
We were in their water.
Okay. And they sent a destroyer. So when you're in their waters, they can sink you, right?
They can if they want to.
Really?
We had a Soviet submarine in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I had gotten out of the Navy and I was home going to school.
Mm-hmm.
And we caught this Soviet boat.
Mm-hmm.
Submarines, by the way, are called boats.
Okay, they're called boats.
Not a ship, it's a boat.
It's a boat. Okay.
This Russian boat was caught in San Diego Harbor, San Diego Bay or whatever it's called. I can't remember anymore.
Yeah.
And I knew how to catch it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking in my own mind, I know how to catch that ship.
Uh-huh.
But I hope they get away. Because all submariners, no matter who you're fighting for, what country, are all brothers.
Really?
That's the way submariners see it.
Yeah, there you go. So you're kind of rooting for him, but you didn't want him to you didn't want him to hurt America, but you didn't want him to get caught. It's kind of what you're saying. Right. So that's what you're getting at is like you root for your fellow submariner, but as long as they're not destroying or hurting Americans, you're like, all right, do it. You have a camaraderie amongst all submariners, right? Because you understand the struggle that you all kind of go through, right? You've all been through the similar situation, the similar, was it crucible? It almost or a boat, a submarine is, it's almost like a true crucible. So that's pretty cool that you came in today and showed us that, or let me read that. What is one of the last thing I'll ask, and I'll let you go. Do you have any haha off the top of your head, funny stories when you were in the Navy?
I do have it. Yeah. Mr. Sampson.
Mr. Sampson?
Ensign Sampson. He came aboard
and
pat everybody on the back. To all the enlisted men. I'm a new kind of an officer. I'm different than any officer you've had before. You're really gonna like me. First thing that went into my head was fresh meat.
The first thing that went in your head. So this new lieutenant came in, or no, not lieutenant, Ensign, because the Navy's different. He came in and he said, "I'm a different lieutenant. You're not gonna like me.
No, you're gonna like me.
You're gonna like me. You're gonna love me. I'm the new ensign, which is the lowest officer, right? The new officer." And he's like, "I'm different. You're gonna like me. You're gonna love me." And Richard was thinking in the back of his head, fresh meat. Why was that?
Well, what we did to him when we were in the con, everybody had to stand 4-hour watch on, 8 hours off, 4 hours on. And we had the same consistent watches. A watch is just a 4-hour period that we do our job underway. And I would rotate in the con between helm, forward plane, after plane, and trim tank. Trim manifold. 1 hour on each, and then the 4 hours was up. And then replaced. The dive meter, which is a big gauge, looks like a clock, and it's got a hand on it, just like a clock, and it tells how many feet depth you are. And when we snorkeled, we had to be at 60 to 62 feet.
Okay.
That's keel depth.
Okay.
Anything below that, the snorkel head will shut. When the snorkel head shuts, if we're running on the engines and using the snorkel, the engines are sucking the air out of the boat. And your ears are popping, and you can feel your eyes being pushed out of your head. I mean, this happens to everybody on board. So, being a submariner, we're used to it. And Ensign Sampson, he had the watch. There were members of the crew who had figured out a way that they could get the boat below 62 feet. And Sampson was paranoid.
Oh yeah.
Because whenever he took the watch, within 2 minutes, the circle head would shut. Now, this was happening on my watch, so I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how the rest of the crew did this. They would assemble in the after torpedo room, take their shoes off, and when Samson took the watch, they would run forward. And you got 20 guys running forward.
Yeah.
That's more than the weight of a torpedo.
Right.
It's over 3,000 pounds of men.
Okay.
Running from the after torpedo room to the forward torpedo room. Right past Mr. Sampson, who's focused on the
instruments and
the depth meter in front of him. And he doesn't know these guys are running behind him. And pretty soon the boat starts to dip.
Yeah.
It gets to 63 feet. Slam goes the snorkel valve, head valve, and the engines are sucking air out of the boat.
And so then everyone's eyes kind of start to bulge and it's uncomfortable.
Ears popping.
And he couldn't figure out what was going on because the depth was correct, right?
No, he's watching the gauge go down.
Oh, he's watching the gauge go down.
And he's giving us instructions. Up 15 degrees on the forward trim, forward bob plane. And
yeah. But like everybody running back made the snorkel flap close, right? And he didn't know why it was closed.
We have to shut the engines down and go back and restart rig for snorkel. The whole thing again.
Really? So like so the inconvenience of it is like he would get to a point where it was like quote unquote smooth sailing, right? After he got everything, like, okay, they checked everything, got the engines running, and then you'd have to make him do it all over again because they ran from the back torpedo to the forward, and you'd have to do the whole process over again.
Right.
So that's the prank on Samson. Then that's pretty funny. And there's a picture of this guy.
No, there's no picture.
Oh,
of
no
Samson.
picture of Samson. Who's in this then?
John, Wally, Henry Legg. I don't remember his name.
Okay, and then here's the photo, and a guy's playing. Who's playing the guitar?
Henry Legg is.
Henry Legg is playing the guitar at the bottom. I think it's left-hand corner. I'm surprised he had room for a guitar in there.
I talked to Henry about that, and he said I'm amazed. I don't play the guitar. I never played it.
Yeah. You guys are in the torpedo room.
That is the after torpedo room. You notice how tight it is.
Yeah. So guys, this is the after torpedo room, and they would run through that little, what do you call it, hatch?
There's a door for each compartment.
You'd have to run through that door just so Samson would have to restart all his calibrations and everything. Ricky Thomas says, thank you for your service. I don't like watching Bryan anymore. Too much BS. God bless the veteran, McHenry, the guys you're talking about right now. Yeah, sure, he's the real deal. All right, Tony. He sure is, Jim. It was nice enough to come into Protinkertoys to tell some stories. The United States Navy, I think it's just awesome. Mike Fiegel, I like to see the sun and the land ships. The way to go. You see a lot more. Reminds me of my dad's friends that were veterans. I used to love their stories and used to love looking at the tattoos on their arms. Mostly American flags didn't symbol of the Marine Corps. Did you? Were there a lot of World War II vets when you were in the Navy?
Yeah, there were a few.
Yeah.
I remember Soupy Campbell.
Soupy Campbell.
They call him Soupy because his last name was Campbell.
They called him Soupy because his last name was Campbell.
That's how Gandy got his name.
Gandy was Goose, yeah.
Gander.
Gander, yep, Goose. And so, what did he do on the submarine or on the boat?
Soupy was an engineman.
An engineman,
right? He was the head of the two forward and after engine room.
Nice.
These guys are also engineers.
And what were you? You were an engineman.
I was an engineman.
So you made sure the engines were running and. What was the name of the submarine? Was what?
Commandant.
The Commandant. He was in the Commandant.
Commandant.
He was in the Commandant. Who's this?
That's Mule, Fred, Gopher.
These names. All right, so here's a picture. We have the guy sticking his tongue out is Mule, Fred, and Gopher right there. Robert Lee Mule Richards, Ensign, second class SS. Fred Walker, Ensign, first class SS. And Robert Gopher Ryan, Ensign, second class SS. Did I say that right? Or it's not Ensign, is it? Or is it?
No.
Engineman. I'm sorry. Engineman instead of Ensign. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I like the fact that his tongue's stuck out. That's like a... You don't see too many old photos where somebody's kind of being candid like that.
He's the only one that's still living.
He's the only one that's still living?
No, yeah.
There you go.
This flag,
Yeah.
when I left the boat,
This flag right here.
I took the flag, reached into the flag locker.
Mm-hmm.
We got back to San Diego, and I reached into the flag locker and shoved it into my sea bag.
Mm-hmm.
I had this flag for 52 years.
52 years.
I mailed it for the reunion. I mailed it back. You'll see where we're standing there. There.
And that's that flag 52 years later. He mailed it back to for the reunion. How long? This is in 2014?
Yeah.
So almost 15 or 12 years ago.
This is Ron Coca,
Ron Coca, Goose.
Gandhi, me, Henry Legg, Tom, and I can't remember his name.
It doesn't say down there.
He signed it. He signed
He signed the thing.
my
Okay.
call sheet.
So,
Paul A. Bay,
No, Paul Bye's not in that picture.
Michael Lynch, Jespin, Kenneth J. Jespin,
That's Ken Jepson. That's who he is.
Ken Jepson. Oh, that's a cool story. This is cool, man.
Show him my call sheet.
This is your call sheet or qual. This is qual sheet. Having completed all systems and compartment drawings and demonstrated proficiency in all systems, we, the following USS Pomadon SS 486 qualified person, deem you qualified in submarines and present you with your dolphin on 13 November 2014. What does your dolphin mean?
You see this? Look at the very top.
Oh, that's a dolphin. He was presented that. And
I got to wear my dolphins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And were you shellback?
No, that has to do with crossing the equator.
You never crossed the...
No,
Okay.
I did cross the international date line. That's another.
And what's that one called?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Well, thanks for coming in, Richard. Thanks for showing us that. Yeah.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah.
Did you get time?
You want me to give that to
Bryan
Bryan?
and Ryan.
Okay. I'll definitely give this to Ryan.
Ryan's in the Navy.
Ryan's been in the Navy for a long time. Yeah, dude, I'll give this to Ryan. I'll see him. That's a cool story or cool service. Thank you, my man, for your service, and thank you for coming in and helping me do the live stream with your stories. Bryan will be back, I think, next week. I'm not sure. It might be 2 weeks. What do you know, Marcus Youngest? Is Bryan going to be back next week?
I have no idea.
He has no idea. Nobody knows.
Brian,
Nobody knows.
What about Ryan? He should be here tonight.
Bryan back tonight.
Brian?
Yeah.
Brian will be back next week.
What time next week? Why did you say Ryan? Where's Ryan at?
I thought you said Ryan.
Where's he at?
He's gonna be at the house.
What house?
Brian's house.
Ryan is going to be at Bryan's house.
Yes, tonight. Yeah.
Why?
Like a party or something.
Oh, I'll give him that right tonight, dude. I don't know why you would name your kid Ryan when your name is Bryan. It's like who's on first, or just call him Bryan Jr. You know.
Bryan Jr.
Just call him. You know. He'd probably hate that. Because every time I'm like trying to figure out who's on first between the two of them. But yeah, that's a cool story, man. Thank you for coming in.
That was the most intense experience of my life.
What was?
Being on a submarine.
It was most intense. How many years were you a submariner or an engineman or submariner on that boat?
Just over a year.
Just over a year. Now I heard when you get off of the sub, your depth perception is off. Like looking at stuff farther than because you're in close quarters for so long. Your depth perception gets off, or you have to like readjust. Is that true?
Not that I know of. I never experienced it.
Okay, I just heard that. And then what did you do after the Navy?
Went to college.
And where'd you go to college?
University of Toledo.
UT. It was TU back then, though, right?
It was TU then.
What'd you study?
German, English, and history.
Were you because you showed me you lived in Germany for a while,
Yeah,
right? Are you still fluent or?
I can still speak it. I'm not fluent in it anymore. But
Yeah.
I can still speak it.
And why did you want to study German?
I had a friend in high school. I met him. Actually, he was in the 8th grade and I was a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't speak any English and I didn't speak any German, and we became friends.
Now, how did he end up at your school?
His father immigrated to the United States and to Toledo. He opened a business. He was a physician,
Mm-hmm.
and he opened a business, and that's what he did.
Oh, no kidding. He was like, "There's nothing left for me in Germany. I'm coming to the United States."
He became a bird colonel in the Army.
Yeah.
Fought in Vietnam. His wife's decorated with a Bronze Star.
This was your friend that didn't speak English.
Yeah.
And he became a colonel, 2 Bronze Stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the Army, not the Navy, right?
Army.
And fought in Vietnam. What was his name?
Wolf Cutter.
Wolf Cutter. What a name. Wolf Cutter. Wow.
Kutter.
See if I can find him. AI. Hey, what can you tell me about an Army colonel named Wolf Cutter in the U.S. Army? Oh, I'm not sure. I got to connect to the Wi-Fi. Let's see what it says. What can you tell me about a colonel from the U.S. Army named Wolf Cutter? Okay, hold on. I'm looking for a Army colonel named Wolf Cutter. Here. His first name was Wolf. W-O.
Wolf Diedrich Cutter.
Wolf Diedrich Cutter. Name. U.S. Army colonel, fought in Vietnam. Robert. I don't know what it is.
Was that all the orders?
Cutter, spelled Kutter. I cannot find any. There's a Wolf D. Cutter, U.S. 10th Mountain Division, U.S. Army. 80.
Yeah.
There's a LinkedIn profile. I cannot confirm. Let's go to. Let me see LinkedIn. Let's see if I can. Wolf Cutter.
I just need to get the emails out about these orders.
Wolf D. Cutter.
I think Matt got that one because I was talking about that one.
Yeah, I mean, this might be his.
It's him.
Yeah, I found him on LinkedIn. Managing partner at Necentric Management Associates for 18 years. 18, dude, it's been 18 years since 2008, bro. Oh my god. Chief of Staff. He was a colonel, 10th Mountain U.S. It says 2 years. The Army War College. Is that, how old would he be?
90.
90?
No. He's younger than that. He's a year younger than I am. I'm 84, so he's 83.
Okay. I think that might be him. Didn't speak any English. How did? And you met him in the what school? What high school did you go to?
Washington Township School.
Oh, so that would be Whitmer, right?
Yeah.
And he just showed up not speaking. How did he learn it? Like, how did he learn English? Was he like a neighbor or just in school?
Just in school.
And you befriended this German kid that was like, "Der sprechen Sie Deutsch," and you're like, "What are you saying?" You befriended him like that?
Yeah.
And what did you guys bond over? What was it that like?
I gave him my stamp collection.
You gave him your stamp collection. What is the stamp collecting called again? Do you remember?
Philately.
Philatling?
Philately.
Philately. Yeah, I remember because Gypsy always says that. You gave him your stamp collection, and he was like, "Oh, this is cool."
He still has it, by the way.
He still has your stamp collection from, what is that, like 1940 something?
1954.
1954. So he was in the 8th grade. He might have just. He probably didn't. He probably doesn't remember any of the war. But his dad left Germany for. They let him like come in the U.S. and all that.
He
or?
married an American woman.
Oh, he did. How do you meet an American woman?
She was working over there for some. I don't know what she was doing, but
Mm-hmm.
remember she was good looking.
She was good looking. There you go. That helps. And he was a doctor. And that was their kid then, right? Or was like
No. Wolf had a different father.
the different father. Okay. I went to Heidelberg in Tiffin, and there's a Heidelberg, Germany, and they had there's like a strong connection between the two universities and whatnot. They'll switch professors or stuff like that. And I think so. When I was in school, there was a World War II vet that was part of a tank division that relieved this concentration camp. And then there was a guy that was speaking at Heidelberg about the Holocaust, and they combined the event. The guy from the Holocaust spoke, and then this Heidelberg vet spoke. And he also sieged a castle in Germany somewhere. Anyways, this is like in the 40s, and then in like 1950, Heidelberg started. At one point, they didn't let German citizens attend Heidelberg because of the tensions and whatnot. And so back in those days, when you ate at Horderman or the mess hall, everyone would. It was almost like an actual restaurant. You'd sit at the table with strangers, and someone would serve you like a waiter. And they let German students back at Heidelberg like in 1950. So anyways, this vet was there, and you ate with professors as well, right? So there was the English professor, there was this vet from Heidelberg, and then there was this German exchange student, right? Because obviously Heidelberg, Germany. And the vet was like just staring at the like, I can't believe they're letting these people back here, after all we did and all that. And like, there's this like tension at the table, right? And the professor, the English professor, like, quoted some book to try and ease the tension. And in the quote, it was like, so, we remember what we did a year ago, like to bring up a conversation or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And so the German student speaks first, and the German student was like, 5 years ago, I was defending this castle from, the Allied advance. And wouldn't you know it, that Heidelberg veteran was actually the one assaulting the castle that the German student was defending. And then they were sitting at that same table in Tiffin, Ohio, having dinner together, and they had a chuckle over that. And then that broke the tension. And they became friends afterwards. He's like, yeah, it just kind of shows you the stupidness. We were trained to kill each other, and then a couple years later, we're having dinner together and studying together. I thought it was a pretty cool story. And then the Holocaust.
There's another really cool story
Mm-hmm.
similar to this. Guy's name is, the American pilot was Brown. He flew a B-17.
Mm-hmm.
And the German pilot flew a Schmidt.
Mm-hmm. Messerschmitt.
And the B-17 was shot up pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
The tail gunner was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Huge holes in the side
Mm-hmm.
of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
It was a miracle that it even flew.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
Brown was exiting Germany.
Mm-hmm.
He was going over near the coast. And he looked out the window and there was this Messerschmitt.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember the pilot, the German pilot's name.
Yeah.
But he looked. He was going to go up and get his next kill,
Mm-hmm.
and get enough points to get a nice cross.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at this plane and knew it was still flying.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was manning a gun, and so nobody was pointing a gun at him, so we didn't shoot. And he didn't tell anybody on the ground
Mm-hmm.
what he saw.
Yeah.
So he went over to the other side of the B-17 and looked in. He could look in these holes.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see Americans administering
First aid.
Yeah,
To
aid
wounded.
to the wounded.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "I can't shoot these guys down."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get your phone. Okay.
No, I put it on silent. We're not open until noon.
Okay. So anyway, I can't remember his name now.
Mm-hmm. We had Brown and.
You can find it online.
Mm-hmm.
The story.
Mm-hmm.
After the war, he emigrated to.
Mm-hmm.
He escorted the B-17 out of German airspace.
Mm-hmm.
And Brown looked for this guy after the war and found him. The German had emigrated to Vancouver, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, Brown was living in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
So the last years of their lives, they became very close friends.
Airspace during. Let's see if I can find it. Story of German pilot escorting. You're thinking of Franz Stiegler and Charlie Brown in an incident where a German fighter pilot escorted a crippled American B-17 bomber, not a B-52. All right, thank you, AI. It's correcting me. Out of German airspace in 1943. What actually happened? On December 20th, 1943, an American B-17F Flying Fortress named Ye Olde Pub, piloted by Second Lieutenant Charlie Brown, took part in a bombing mission over Bremen, Germany. The bomber was badly damaged by flak and fighter attacks. One engine was out. There was a large hole in the fuselage. Multi-guns were destroyed, and much of the crew was wounded or dead. Luftwaffe ace Franz Stiegler, flying a Messerschmitt Bf-109, intercepted the lone limp bomber and moved in for what should have been an easy kill. As he approached, he saw through the torn fuselage that the surviving crew were tending to the wounded and that the tail gunner appeared incapacitated. With many guns hanging limp and unmanned, Steiger later said that shooting at such a helpless crew would have felt like shooting at a parachute, echoing a warning from his squadron commander, Gustav Rodel, who had threatened to execute anyone who shot a defenseless airman. So that was the German guy who gave the order saying, if you shoot at a defenseless airman, you'll be executed. Instead of firing, Stiegler tried to signal Brown to land in Germany or divert to neutral Sweden, but Brown didn't understand or chose to continue towards England. Escorted out of Germany. Reunion decades later. For decades, both men lived with the memory of a strange silent encounter. In the late 80s and 90s, Brown began searching for the German pilot who had spared him using veterans networks and historical records. He eventually found Stigler, who had emigrated to Canada after the war, and the two confirmed each other's accounts. When they finally met in person, they formed a close friendship and often described each other as the brother they had lost in the war. Their story is now widely known through articles, documentaries, and a book. There's a book called The Higher Call by Adam Marcos, which focuses on this incident as an example of chivalry in air over Europe. Okay, and then it's saying clearing up the B-52 confusion. All right, it's just AI correcting me after that. So yeah, that's a cool story. That was Adam Brown and Franz Stiegler. And so what is interesting about the Air Force and all that is a lot of the Air Force guys were former cavalrymen, right? And cavalry like comes from knights, so there was a lot of chivalry among them. So I can see why, especially like in World War I, when pilots died, they would throw roses down. Like the enemy side would throw down roses in honor of them. And then so hearing that German commander say, if you shoot at an airman, I'll execute you. That's pretty crazy, yeah. The Luftwaffe. But yeah, that's a cool story. I really appreciate it, man. But yeah, we're just here Friday doing the live stream. A real B-17 flyer today honors this incident. Oh, really? I didn't think our enemies today are quite so honorable. Yeah, that's true. Come on, guys. There are only 19 lights. Come on. You're going to hide that. I don't think our enemies. Thanks, Anthony. I give Mac a thumbs up. Yes, give me a thumbs up. And give Richard here a thumbs up. Let's see how many thumbs up we have. I can only see it on this one. I got 36 people watching, 20 thumbs up. Give Richard a thumbs up, guys. Give Richard a thumbs up. I'm going to give Richard a thumbs up right there. See, that's how you do it. And so, yeah, there you go. The salute. Richard, you're awesome. Thank you for your service. From Anthony Bateman Sr. Anthony Bateman Sr. was a fireman for a long time. So he understands, the call to serve. And so was David. He's not on right now. Most tip top. So some people go by their name, and some people have like. You can see all these comments.
Yeah, I can't read them.
That's fine. Some people have most tip top cat. He's out of Cincinnati. Anthony Bateman's out of, I think, Connecticut. I don't know where all these guys are. Mike Fiegel's out of Florida. A German all the way. I flew with Wolfgang when I was flying. Good morning, slot heads. Good morning, Kevin. Yeah, America. All right, what are you doing for the 4th of July? Anything fun?
I don't know. Probably have a hamburger.
He's going to have, watch out for this guy. He's going to have a hamburger. I saw that you gave Danny that Daimler bike. That's a pretty interesting bike.
It is.
I just bought one. It's called a Townie 7-speed. I might have a picture of it. But I have become a cycling madman now. And I have my pair of rollerblades. Hold on. Somebody just... Oh, Monty Suggs just sent me a thing on LinkedIn or Facebook or LinkedIn, whatever I'm at. Monty Suggs! What was I doing? I got distracted. Oh, my bike picture. Let's see. Gallery. I showed these guys the other day. Camera. So that's part of my bike right there. I got to figure out how to attach the back seat. So this, actually, I'll show you this since I was looking through these photos. This was my great aunt. She passed away a couple months ago. She was 101, no, 102. That was her in India. That's her right there. She never married, didn't have any kids. That is my grandfather. That's my grandfather there. That's my uncle. This is my mom. That's my grandmother and grandfather. That's my uncle and aunt. Grandfather and grandmother. That's my mom, grandmother. It's my uncle and my cousins. They're a lot older than me. But she had all these photos.
Recycle the same photo a lot.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what you get with
There's stuff.
I don't know if I
it.
found a picture of it.
Ones that like where it doesn't say a brand, does it have a brand?
I can't find a picture of it. But I got this new bike, and then I saw Danny the other day, and I was like, "Where'd you get that bike from?"
So that would be the
He's like,
ones
"Richard," and it said Daimler on there, and I was like, "Of course, Richard would get something from a German company." Is it that from Daimler? Yeah. So what is that device on the bar? Is that like he said it was a pump of some sort?
It's a tire pump.
So you can pump the tire, or you can take that out and pump the tire. That's pretty ingenious. So my bike is like normal, but like I'm back a little, and I can extend my leg all the way out, and the seat is very comfortable.
Very clearly.
But I went to Warsaws in Toledo and got it, and I got a mirror.
This bike came from Warsaws.
Your bike is from that bike came from Warsaws? No kidding.
Both of those bikes came from Warsaws.
Yeah, because Danny, you gave I saw Jesse's bike, and you gave Jesse a bike and Danny a bike.
Gave Jesse the
Daimler.
The Daimler.
Yeah, Daimler.
Made by Oslo Daimler.
Oslo Daimler Corporation. Was that the Daimler Chrysler? That's what I was thinking.
Same company.
What do they make cars and bikes?
They made Mercedes Benzes.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot.
Daimler cars, which is a rare car. You don't see many of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, you don't. But I was like, they make bikes
they made
too.
Motorcycles.
Yeah. I know you're big into BMW motorcycles.
Right.
How many do you have?
No, I'm selling them off, so I don't have very many left.
Oh, yeah?
7 or 8.
You 7 or 8? Yeah, I don't have any, so that's a lot to me. 7 or 8. What started kind of your passion for motorcycles? Was it like living in Germany, or
My uncle.
Your uncle did?
Served in the war under Patton's Third Army. He was a dispatch rider.
Okay, so dispatch rider means he would send
Ride a motorcycle from one point to another.
No
deliver a
kidding.
Message and then back.
under like probably fire and stuff. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he never talked about that.
You never did?
No, he talked about the German bikes. Every once in a while, they'd capture a German bike and they'd ride that.
They
He
kept.
said, you didn't have to do anything to it. You just get on it and start it and ride it.
Really? So
The American bikes.
were they Harley Davidsons?
Harleys and Indians.
And they weren't very good.
Not compared to the German bikes, no.
And that's what got you like into.
When I was 6 years old, 7 years old,
Mm-hmm.
my Uncle Floyd would come over to the house and have dinner with us.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, the conversations got
Mm-hmm.
around to the war
Mm-hmm.
and what he did in the war.
Mm-hmm.
And he could not say enough. He did not have enough praise
For the
for the BMWs.
really. So they would try and capture as many BMW bikes as they could.
Oh yeah, they'd capture them. If they were damaged, he'd fix them up
Really.
and then ride them.
Now he wasn't in any like biker clubs afterwards, or what? Is that what?
No,
Is that kind of what started the biker club? Was like guys riding motorcycles during the war? I know because like most of the clubs started after the
I
war.
would imagine that's how it started.
That's how it started. Interesting. I know a lot of them were bomber crews. Like the Hells Angels were like there was a plane, the Hells Angels.
Mhm.
Because I have a friend who's really into motorcycles, and he was never in a club, but he knew of the culture. And then I've watched a bunch of documentaries on some of those crazies. But I wasn't sure if that's kind of like where I was always assuming that's kind of where it started. You know, is in World War II, because the like a lot of guys had camaraderie in the army, and then they got back to civilian life, they didn't have it, and so I wasn't sure if there were guys that were like the dispatch guys. You know, you're I'm going with that, right?
Yeah.
So I was just curious because I've heard about it, but that's cool. So that you've got 7 or 8 of them left. Which one was your favorite? Or you can pick. Can you pick? Can you narrow it down to one, or do you have like three?
I had one that I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
1951
R
51/3.
51/3 BMW motorcycle, right? So R, I'm going to type it in. So you guys remember R 51/3 BMW. Is that right? Is that right? R 51/3. What is this dude? This isn't us, I don't think. I think he's with no, that might be us. We might have to close it early. This might be a shipment. Plus I have 7% battery life. How much battery life? They didn't charge him last night. What's my battery life on this? 29. Oh, I still got 29%. So that was your favorite one. Was it?
I had worked the engine over.
Mm-hmm.
I put high dome pistons in it. 26mm carbs.
Okay, they got them.
And then with 22s.
Do you need to take a seat, or are you good?
Yeah, I should sit down.
Yeah. Why don't you sit in that? Here, let me get this out.
Yes.
Actually, let me get this one. All right, I'm gonna hold it at the back of it so it's steady, so you can have a seat. You good? All right, there you go. Perfect. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. There we go. Something to drink, maybe NyQuil.
I put Husky mufflers on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was set up for the track.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean set up for the track?
For cross country.
So let me.
Cross country competition.
What is cross country competition? Let me see over here. What do you mean by that? Cross country competition, like, what is this competition where you go cross country? Is what I mean.
We don't really go cross country. You go on a large track, a 3 or 4 mile track.
Mm-hmm. What?
Look up CP8262.
CP82. Oh, on our thing.
Yeah, because we have a pallet of them. I don't know what they are, but it says 55 layers.
What was it? CP
8262.
826. That's what it is. Okay. All right.
I'm unloading the package real quick.
All right. Well, call. Wait a minute. How many? Do you need the? Do you need Joey?
It's like maybe 10 boxes. We just start in the yard and then me and Mark will bring in what we need.
Yeah.
All right. That'll make it simple.
I'm gonna text Bryan.
Let's steal this away from him.
All right. I'm gonna text Danny too.
I was getting ready to leave it.
There's. I gotta be kind of quiet. I gotta text Bryan. Bryan. Mr. Can you do your magic? What is my magic?
I don't know.
Oh, this is Danny's magic. That's nothing. This is what matters. That's just the bill of lading. All right, so your thing that you were talking about was
Mid Ohio as a track. It's eventually it gets boring because it's the same, going through the same circuit over and over and over and over and over again.
What was the name of that bike again? R
51/3.
Ah, BMW. Here it is. This right here.
That's it.
This was Wikipedia. The BMW R51.3 was BMW's second post-World War II 500cc motorcycle, following the briefly produced R51/2. It featured a flat twin engine and exposed drive shaft. In 1951, the R51.3 succeeded and modernized the. All right, that's technical data. Let's see. Following World War II, there were no plans, blueprints, or schematics drawn. Company engineers had to use survive. Okay, following World War II, Germany was precluded from producing motorcycles of any sort by the Allies. So Germans couldn't produce the camera. After World War II, it says Germans couldn't produce any motorcycles. Close. All right, let me get it. Let me see.
Well, actually, they could, but they were limited to 100 cc.
Okay. It said so. This is according to decades of success retrieved from BMW Motorrad. So this is from BMW's website. That's what BMW's website says. They weren't allowed to produce motorcycles of any sort. When the ban was lifted in Allied-controlled West Germany, BMW had to start from scratch. There were no plans, blueprints, or schematic drawings. Company engineers had to use surviving pre-war motorcycles to create new plans. In 1948, it introduced the 250cc R24, which was essentially a pre-war R23, completed with rigged rear end. When larger machines were permitted, BMW introduced its R2 in 1950 and then R3 in 1951 with a 4-year run. It only had a 4-year run. The 600cc R67 sister model.
The information is false.
It's false.
Yeah, they introduced not the R2, the R3. They introduced the R25.
R25.
The R24, then the R25, then the R25/2, and the R25/3.
Okay.
The R26 and the R27. And they built a small number of R28s.
This is an L8. Yeah, I can't find anything. That's just what Wikipedia is not always accurate, so that it could be false. The more powerful R67 came out 1 year later and replaced in 1955 by the R67. Throughout the year. In 1952, BMW introduced the 600cc R68, which produced 35 HP and had a compression ratio of 8.0.1. And these are all in museums. Let's see how much they're worth today. BMW. Oh shoot. For sale. Ooh, the Mecum auction.
You gonna let the live stream now?
One sold for almost 70,000 on February 2nd, 2023. Pretty high. One sold for 45. It's got all the prices right here. It's around 70,000 to. That's the high.
I sold an R51 SS. 1938.
Yeah. 11,000. 13,000, 20,000, a 1954. What year's yours?
1938.
This one's a 1954 R51.3 sold for 20,000. Damn. How did you collect these over the years?
Buy basket cases, put them together.
You built them, and are they pretty easy to build, or?
I'd say so, yeah.
So So you were like a regular wrench monkey on the weekends.
During the week.
During the week? I can't answer this right now. That's pretty cool. So you did this like when you got home from work.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So can you still build your own motorcycle or?
Yeah, I can. I can't.
Not you particular. I mean, like, do they still let you build a motorcycle?
Oh,
Or,
sure.
do they? Hold on. Let's see what's going on. Somebody's texting me. All right, Danny, be down in a second. Awesome. All right, so Danny's gonna be down in a second. Can still build. Probably pretty easy, right?
Easier than building a car.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So you called Danny or Bryan?
I texted both of them. Motorcycle. Yes, you can actually bike in a box kit. CSC Motorcycles offers the full kit. Look at this. I didn't even know this. CSC Motorcycles. So do that. Let's see. Motorcycles, pre-owned motorcycle for maybe kids. And then they have videos on all of them. Service motorcycles. Accessories. Get out of here. They always have these pop-ups. Whoever invented pop-ups needs to be shot. TT250. Huh.
Go to Salis, SALIS, BMW.
Salis BMW.
He's in Holland, Netherlands.
Is this a social Salis, right? Maybe I need to put a space in between that. Solar. I spelled it wrong. This is a Instagram account, right?
Yeah, I don't know what Instagram is.
No.
Find Salis BMW, go to parts.
I'm not seeing it. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. I can't. Oh, Bryan, yeah. Protinkertoys. He brought in. It's Bryan asking why you were sitting next to me. He's watching the live stream. He brought in his book where he had some submarine stories, and I read 3 of them, and then we started talking about BMWs. What's his face? Marcus Youngus and Nate Dogg are doing that right now. They're unloading it. You'll give me slide. He says he approves of you talking to me.
Thanks.
But he doesn't approve you sitting in his chair though. He doesn't like you sitting.
I promise not to fart in your chair.
He said he won't fart in your chair if you. He said make sure I say old man. But yeah, we read and what 3rd class petty officer. Bryan, what you were shellback, 1st class, right? Yeah, no, we read the story of where the sub like put on too much water and it like shot out, and then silent time. I don't know what I'm talking about. It was in the 3. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. Yeah, no, are you coming back tonight? That's what they were saying. When are you going to be back? Okay, that's okay. Somebody said tonight, and Nate said tonight, and I was like, oh, okay. So next Friday, that's good. No, we're holding it down. So if you need anything, let me know. All right. All right, sounds good. Bye. That was the boss man. I saw Bryan Young. I was like, what? He just, I had to text him about something later. BMW Solace. You know what? I typed it in backwards. This is my I think I have bad dyslexia, bro. BMW Solace, or maybe it switched it. Okay, I've seen a YouTube channel. Let me go to this.
S-A-L-I-S.
Oh, hold on. I'm spelling it wrong. Okay.
S-A-L-I-S.
L-I-S. All right, I got it. It's just Solace. All right. Now I see
Go
cards.
to, he's got a part there where he's got photos.
Mm-hmm.
Go to that.
Okay, parts. I'm in parts.
Go to photos.
I don't see it here. I can see what I see. Cards. Oh, and then here's yours, right?
Go to R68.
R68 right there.
You want to look at? I can't read these.
It says shop by motorcycle, main group, parts. These are all each individual part.
Documentation.
Documentation. Documentation. Replacing clutch, screw caps.
Now look under R68. Search by model.
Search by model. R.
Scroll down.
I can't scroll down. R50, 51, 50, 26.
That one right there.
51.
Yeah.
That's explore view. Let's see this one. Here we go.
No, we don't want that.
We don't want that. So parts. Here.
Go back to documentation.
Documentation. Part review restoration.
There we are. Scroll down. Scroll down so I can read it.
Okay.
Scroll up. Go to that one there.
This one.
Yeah.
Distribution of gear sets.
No, that's not what I want.
Maybe, what are you looking for? Maybe I can help.
I did a restoration on a R68 engine and he's got it on his site.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on. Hold on. R/68
Pass review. Restoration.
restoration. I think we're there. Hold on. 68, we're getting there. Tools for gear build. Removal. R/68 BMW engine restored. Images. Salis. Is that how you spell it?
S-A-L-I-S.
S-A-L-I-S.
Richard, you're holding up my salesman. He's supposed to be selling stuff. What are you
We're
doing?
got a really huge sale.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy some.
Yeah, I don't see this.
go to case repair. R68 case repair. R24, I repaired one of those.
Yeah. R24.
Right. We gotta put you to work.
What am I doing with these?
You're building them.
Make boxes.
You know how to make boxes?
I know how to make boxes.
Build that whole stack. And then we got tacos later.
Here, let
You
me-
and your wife want some tacos?
Just hand me the
No, he needs to exercise.
right.
What are you doing?
He's gonna help me.
You're supposed to be selling stuff.
I'm selling.
Have you shown anything today? I
We
scrubbed
went over
through it.
all
I don't know
his
what
Navy. We went over all his Navy stories.
How is that making me money? I need money to give Mac beans.
He needs
Not this Mac.
You have the real Mac.
The real Mac.
The real Mac beans. Yeah, there we go. The real.
Is Mac over here? Who's over here? I see them.
Because Mac needed some of his stuff open for the auction.
What? What are you blaming me for?
No, I was playing
he
with
was-
Nate was signing up your stuff over here.
Oh. Yeah, I know. I said just don't close out
Oh, it's closed.
because I was in the middle of something.
It's closed now.
All right, never mind. All is lost.
I can call you Kistenmacher.
Kistenmacher?
Yeah, boxing.
Boxman. Wait a minute. How do you say that?
Kistenmacher.
Kistenmacher. That's so we had a kid that worked here. Here, hold on. We can take a break. We're a union. We're taking a quick break. Box. How did you know that?
I know a man when he was meeting when he grew up in my neighborhood. K-I-S-T-E-N.
How many orders we got?
It is Kistenmacher. Ha! So anyways, there was a kid, Xavier, he used to work here, and he would word someone.
Okay, and then just stack them. Just start stacking. I'm actually going to have you start
He was a
sorting out the
Cessna.
auto roll cards. Let's go. There's another knife. And Richard, did you hear me? Tacos.
Tacos. They're doing
Tacos between 2 and 5.
sesquipedalian.
Yeah, my dad's. That's not,
I just got off the phone with your dad too. So he was,
what does that have to do with tacos?
I don't know.
I like tacos.
So 2 to 5,
Is
bring
there
your
can
wife
we
down.
put cheese on them? Can we put cheese
You're
and
not
cream?
allowed to put cheese on.
I don't, why not? Why no dairy? Hold on. The word is sesquipedalian. He was a sesquipedalian, right? Which he would use phrases you didn't have to use to so instead of saying I made a box, he would say I've cobbled a box, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he was kind of goofy like that. And so he earned the nickname we would call him the box cobbler, right? And then he left, but the position still became the box cobbler. And then you just
So we're cobbling boxes.
we're cobbling boxes, or we're Kistenmacher, or how did you say it?
Kistenmacher.
Kistenmacher, the box cobbler.
Like piston, only
Kistenmacher?
Yeah.
Box maker. That's funny. Kistenmacher. I like that. Yeah, so Xavier was his name. He was a good kid. I liked him. He was smart. He was smart, but like, you know, instead of saying like I made a box, or you know, he would just try. You could tell he was trying to sound intelligent. That's what it was. You know,
Mm-hmm.
He would go out of his way to sound.
I do that.
No, like he would make a conversation awkward in his want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like he just wouldn't use common language, and you could tell he was trying. You know, which, like, you know, it wasn't bad. It was just like that was an Xavierism.
Uh-huh.
And he was young. He was only 21, so like he hadn't quite figured out. I think like once you reach 30, you've been in every social situation you can think of almost,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you kind of have everything down pat. So like there's no real new situation that's awkward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so once you get to 30, you're kind of like everything has kind of been seen in the sense of running into strangers and having awkward situations. You've hammered them all out. Xavier was only 21, and he didn't.
I'll put these closer to you.
Right. He didn't have them all. He didn't. He didn't know what was
I'll hold
uncouth.
this down while you take it.
Yeah, and I got it. He didn't know. He didn't know what was still uncouth and what was. You know, like you don't have to try. You don't have to impress your coworkers with your vocabulary, right?
Your
Like,
couthness.
yeah, with your couthness. You don't have to. You don't have to try as hard, right? You don't have to.
I don't impress anyone. I just get Mac Beans.
Mac Beans.
By selling slot cars to people who love slot cars. When am I going to sell you a slot car set?
I already had 3.
He was trained. He's a trained guy.
Slot cars go with trains.
They do.
Put a slot car set in your train set.
You're still married, right? Your wife lives in town?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's younger than you, right?
Considerably, 30 years.
She's 30 years younger. How long have you guys been married?
Not that many years. She's 70, just turned 70, and I'm 84.
70. So you're 14 years older than her.
That's close to 30.
70, then you're 84, right?
Right. That's close to 30.
No, it's nowhere close. Dude, I'm bad at math. Don't try and trick me, man. Like I have to stop everything what I'm doing to count. Math is never my strong point.
Wait a minute.
Some of these are bad. In the sense that,
On the other side.
oh yeah, it's upside down.
Downside up.
Yeah, you gotta do it like this. Yeah. Downside up. Aye, Engineman. I'm gonna get the actual tape gun because this tape gun is a joke. Let's see. This iPad died, so hold on. I gotta see who's still on the live stream. We are about done. Live chat. Hello. I think you got to call Paul Tepe back. I just want to thank everyone for being in the live stream. Am I holding this upside down? What I got to do? All right, here we are. I don't know what happened there a second ago. Why is this all good? I got to like hold it like this, I guess. Let me go back to live chat. I want to thank everyone for being here.
Dude, you're not closing, are you?
It's 54. It's going to die. They didn't charge it last night.
Well, plug it in right now. You got to show this off.
Well, oh, okay.
You know, we just got the 55 Bel-Air.
I didn't want to say it on the live stream because your dad wasn't here. But,
yeah,
okay.
We need to sell these. Our bills due.
Our bills due.
We need
I
to
didn't
get
know
these
if we were going to do
yeah,
it
get 'em out.
today. All right. Big announcement,
Yeah,
everyone. Why? Hold on.
And it has a pretty big cable to it.
So hold on.
Just like this.
We are not. We're not.
Right there. Right there.
We're not closing yet. We're not closing yet, guys.
You gotta go over the $55.
So, they're all saying later. Before you guys go, this just came in. The 55 Bel Air Golf just came in today. So we will be sending these out. These are going to go live. The 55 Bel Air will go live here in a minute or so. We got to sell these. The bill's due. Check this out. This is another 55 Bel Air. I like anything golf. I'm a golf fan.
And see, it says 55. On the image, it says 57 on our website.
On the website, it says 57.
It's 55.
Kent Young, I'm pretty sure we're going to send yours out. Almost positive. The 55. Bel Air, here, that's a screenshot for you. This just came in. And we're going to start sending them out to everyone that pre-ordered it. This is a big deal. This is a very big deal. This is the club car. All members get one first. Members get their club car first, right? And then the rest of you scallywags. I know Victor Rodriguez is probably going to call, Mick, can I get a 55 Bel Air? I've been nice, Vic. Join the club. Join the club. You guys want your Bel Air? Put the Submariner on packing pre-orders, right? No, we're gonna not do that, but join the club, the Tinker Club. You get 10% off. 10% off orders on top of the sale, and you get all exclusives if they are still available at regular retail price. So once we start losing it, when we get down to like 20 or 100 or something, we jack the price up to a ridiculous amount because we want to hold on to them. People still buy them at that amount. I can't believe it. Not many, like maybe one or two. Send me with a replacement car and bodies for Labor Day sale. Okay, yes, I remember Kevin W. The Kellogg and the Renault, if I am not mistaken. I don't know. I'll look. It's your previous order. I'm pretty sure it's the Renault. Golf Bel Air is a exclusive to. Yes, you can only get it through us. If you want anything to do with the with this, you got to come through me. The Tinker team, the Tinker Club. We got Sarah making boxes behind me, wearing her nice shirt, nice red shirt. She had a yellow one for like a year, 2 years, and they didn't replace like.
No,
it had like stains, yeah.
It destroyed
until
itself.
It died. I don't have mine on. I had mine on yesterday. I'm just wearing a black shirt today, but. Bel Air.
You work here, but you could be robbing the place.
CP 8262. CP 8262. Just got in. We're gonna start shipping them out. So you should get notifications. I want to thank everyone. I can't hold this and talk in my hand, but I want to thank everyone for participating. I didn't do tanks today because we had a special guest. Richard, we went over his Submariner stories, and we had a good time. Then we talked about BMW motorcycles. I want to thank you guys for participating. Without you, without this great slot car community, we would be nothing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your engagement, and most of all, thank you for being a Protinkertoys fan. Without you, there would not be this. So, all your comments.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. It's because of you that this is happening. All right. And so our exclusive, I think it's the 2025 year exclusive, don't quote me on that, is now in. We're going to start doing all, hey, Dave, good to see you. We're going to start doing all the pre-orders. Join the club if you want one first. And then I hope you guys all have a great weekend. And stay tuned. Look for the notification. If you are a club member, you'll be getting your notification on when your club car will arrive shortly. But we're going to get quite a few of them out today because we still got a lot of time. It's noon, and FedEx comes at like 4:30, and the post office closes at 4. So we've got 4 hours. So we got to get crack-a-lackin'. I may not get your auction orders out today because we'll be working on this. So until then, Tinker fans, have a great weekend, and thank you so much for being a part of our community. Have a good one. And